Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Right here, right here. Lucky 48.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop. This offensive unit today, they're going to need depth.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Draw play. Cousins to Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing is Cousins. And Bryant's got it over the middle. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Cousins now from the 50. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Cousins from the gun on third. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead. And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz. He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run with Howard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut. And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it. But drop it there. Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass. As good as a sack. Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. And now out comes Minnesota. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead. Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. On second down, it's Cook. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 47 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Barely got the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken around the 12.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He completes it to Bryant. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins now. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and inches, Cousins, and complete right side to Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Give me some. Here we go. I know, easy. 4-2, Mike, 4-2.
Working out of the gun, Cousins looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. Here's Jack. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And Jeffrey's got it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the... Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Works over the middle. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag. Routes. You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, a 22. I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On first down, they run with Howard. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Again, it's Howard. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
All day. We coming all day.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
After the sack on first down, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action. Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Right side caught by Jackson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Cousins to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to take it, and this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Cousins. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Cook following the penalty. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
On second down, it's Grant, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 14 yards out, and the Vikings have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 21-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. That's fielded in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wentz to throw. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he goes out right around the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll go down at the 28. Wentz now on 1st down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
7 yards there and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first is Wentz. Now they set up the screen for Clement. Now Clement fumbles the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Wentz. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Again, it's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wentz again. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Following the interception, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Check, Mike 42.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the New England Patriots. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to Miami, standing by to call their 4th Super Bowl together. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami.
Yo, yo, yo.
Well, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play
a low cross to a late run was beautiful.
And it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams
huge quality
that have
difference.
stood on the field for this moment. So special.
Yep.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first 2 that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
Wasn't that Gasper or was that Boxhall?
At the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah, the quality of MLS is improved in the last couple of years, more so than it has been its entire history, I'd say as well, though.
The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. Catch signaled for and taken successfully. Kirk Cousins leading out the Vikings. Remember, the Minnesota Brass shelled out the big money to bring in Cousins a couple of years ago because they wanted to make it to this very game. They brought him in from Washington, and Cousins has him on the biggest stage in all of football, ready to go, trying to win their first ever Super Bowl. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. Right off the bat, it's a first down to
Columbus.
12 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Cousins.
Fuck.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's able to find Diggs. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch in the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
Yeah.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
On second down, Cook. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. These guys, man,
Let's go.
In for a Viking touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl.
Yep.
And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right
just
there.
Said he could have gone out to Barcelona on loan. Just like rumors or talk of that.
In the early part of the game, other teams are script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score.
Yep. Yeah, they're, yes.
Bailey
NASL.
After the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And
like Atlanta.
Down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Tom Brady and the Patriots heading out. What more can you say? He owns nearly
a relegation system
for quarterbacks already. The first with 6 Super Bowl rings, the first with 4 Super Bowl MVP trophies, and now he goes for victory number 7 as a 42-year-old QB. So Brady and the Pats take over first and 10 at their own 24. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On play action, now Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Fuck yeah.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make
good
a
talent.
Play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, I will take that all day long.
A huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
Yeah, that's a very English take, too.
And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Hey, fuck you! Get off my lawn!
But he'll fool you a little bit in pass coverage. Not so bad there as well.
Well, right. Is it? Yeah, like he came here to like do everything but play soccer, and is like, oh, good enough to continue to play soccer while I'm here, which is, I think, true.
Cousins now, and Bryant's got it over the middle. His second catch
Right.
in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Yeah.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Yeah, it's that, and I mean the DC rumors now make you think that like he's thinking ahead for that. So that's cool. He ain't coming to Minnesota, but like, Minnesota will not be a destination for teams. And so
they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Yeah.
The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying
yeah,
to get
right.
to the
No, yeah. Oh, I
outside, trying to
fucking
get to the perimeter, but not a whole
Doc.
lot
I
of
want
room
you to be
there, but
right,
it's gotta
but
be
I know
positive.
better than to get my hopes up.
Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's corralled.
He's gonna go to fucking Miami, and his eyes are gonna bug out of his head from the heat.
With the football here to begin the second quarter, as they
Oh,
got it with
fuck.
a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
Yeah.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Cousins going to come up
That's
on
cool.
a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink
Yeah.
pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a
I could
moving
for
target
sure
against
see
the
that.
zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball.
Not easy for
Messi, I don't know if he
him to
ever would,
come out
but
of the situation
Ronaldo, I
there.
could
The
see it.
defense won the battle.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still
Right.
ended up with a solid game.
They face a 3rd
No.
and 4 after that last
think
completion
you're right.
gets them 6.
Listen to me. Hey, we got 4. Hey, Delta. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll throw again. Cousins. The open man is Smith.
Torres. Well, I mean, that's the other thing is there's another massive world market that pays these guys even more, and it's China.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. This is Cole.
Oh, let's go.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and
7-0. I'm up,
I know the halftime's
and I
approaching, but I don't think
got
he's gonna
like
want to take a break. That's
first
his
and
fifth
or
catch.
2nd and 1 from the 2, so I'm in a pretty good spot here.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cook. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Thomas Chacon.
It's Cousins on the sneak.
No, he's there.
He is going nowhere as he is
Yep,
enveloped
he came
by
on. He's come on already as a sub.
No gain on the sneak, and now they're
Yep.
still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that
Yeah.
play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Take 4, take 4.
Running for it. Here's Cook.
We sold him to LAFC, and then they've moved him already to Houston Dynamo.
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
Yep.
And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And there you go.
Yeah, decent MLS player, sure.
Let him run it in. They did it.
He'd still have a spot on this team. Like, I'd rather have him than Rodriguez. I hate Rodriguez. Other fans, especially like on the subreddit, seem to not mind him. But he's Mexican, Angelo Rodriguez, and he's our number 9. He just backs into everybody. He always plays with his back to goal and tries to like play off. And if a ball falls to him, he can hit it fair enough to put it on net every so often, but I think he's trash.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
It's a circle jerk.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now
good idea.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Fuck you, Edelman.
No gain on the dump off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that,
still got this game up if you watching.
So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Starting the exact same way.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady, that's out to Hill, right side complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The end result, 21 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brady. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver. And
he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired.
No, I'm just letting them back in. I ain't putting nothing away.
How to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And not a bad return here.
So, if I can get a field goal here, keep it a 2-possession game, I'd like that. Got all my timeouts, so no reason to get too loco here.
Through the air, we'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing, Cousins. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Gotta be good and careful here.
Cousins on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone.
No!
Complete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Holy shit.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To the air again, it's Cousins.
Oh my fuck.
And we're down to 8 seconds now. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
Cousins again. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bryant. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through.
Perfect.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season.
0
this has
rushing
been.
yards.
Hard to believe it ends tonight.
For the Pats.
As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end. And now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would
Yeah.
have been, and he simply taken
You'll be
the
doing
lead.
something.
That's the 25-yard
I put Thielen on reserve, injured reserve, and that got fucked. I can't bring him back now. Is that a thing? Like,
And I never wanted to make something more important than it
I thought I should be
actually
able to take him off after the regular season and play him.
I'm doing it though. This is a
But
really
I
important
can't.
drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too.
No.
And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Yeah. So like I can't bring him back to the roster now. He was still hurt for the NFC Championship, but like he should be eligible for this game, and that would be another 92 overall receiver. But she's fucked.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're making...
the zone. Yeah, the winter begins. Winter is coming.
Let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They go right back to White here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down. Brady, he hits his target. Left side, Watson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made. At the
I have a feeling Brady's just going to get nuts here at the end of this game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Brady going to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas.
No. Jump. Oh.
Patriots touchdown.
I hate that.
Demaryius Thomas, 41 yards.
I should have watched. Fuck. Oh well. Just got pissed.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They run again on first down. Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Cousins on target to Diggs.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
What'd you say?
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because
Yeah, well, I'm sitting here trying to time this.
There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has
Kind of
some
like a
precision
sigh of
throwing the
relief
football because of the timing of the route.
that I'm not fucking up.
On first down, Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard of
Inches
the pickup
fucking
there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
3rd inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And they corral him just a couple yards shy
First down.
of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up
If I'd have kept
goal.
drifting left there, I bet I would have scored.
They can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop
You
them.
can. Go get some and come bring it back.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the screen, 48. Watch the screen. Check 20. Hot.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
He's cracked. He's checking crack. Wide. Check 24.
They'll run for it with Cook.
Oh, no.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On second down now, it's Grant.
Yep.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Corey Grant taking it in. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brady will try again on second down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Brady's throw there complete.
Dang.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Brady now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Here's Brady. And Watson has it right side. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Brady now on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's not great.
Brady's got his guys first and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on second and 10. Brady over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, a run from White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Dontrell Inman there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They will run with Grant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook.
Are you kidding me?
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.